You know what helps when you're trying to do one of these? Going into the right tab. Yeah. Junk shop and technology, y'all. Wow, I am shiny. I just got out the shower, so I'm all clean and ready for the word of the Lord. I am circumcised of heart. I am pure and prepared. I'm late, but I'm pure and prepared. The show you are about to see in its rampant professionalism should by no means be attributed to anyone other than the fantastical assistance of the folks whose names you see scrolling at the bottom of the screen. These folks have signed on at patreon.com/junkshoplibrary for as little as $1 a month to contribute their creative feedback, their moral support, and more importantly and amazingly, in these troubling and troublesome times, their monetary contributions. The shows that we produce here on the channel would not be anywhere near of the quality you are accustomed to seeing and might just flat not fucking be possible without them. So, cheers to you, my friends. Thank you so very, very much. In especial and particular, y'all know I got to shout out my top 2 tiers worth of patrons, my illuminated manuscript, Captain Kimothy, and my genuine calfskin level patrons, Bill, and first patron, the infamous atheist activist, the one and only Mr. Paul Camish. These folks have gone above and far beyond in their support of the channel and our various and sundry endeavors here, and we could not be doing what we're doing without them. Thank you all. Cheers. Well, it's not cold yet. I'll give it that. All righty. I see the chat beginning to fill up. Filling up at speed is the chat. Greetings, everybody. I see my wonderful wife, Julie LaVoice. I see new friend of the channel, Johan Roderick. I see my old friend Linda, a bit of tea and Danish. Godless Sewing, Amiga Nuts, he of the Links. I see Greg Hartwick. I see a whole slew of people. I see Ox, Harmonica Man. Thank you so much for hosting us on your channel last night, Julie and myself. Had a terrific, terrific fun. All right. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting something. If any of y'all happen to be psychic and know what it is I've forgotten, y'all let me know in one fashion or another. It is Monday, the 1st of February. If you're watching us in real time, Brainbug, hello, my friend. Brainbug is the creator of the fabulous intro and outro you've come to see and love on the channel on the days when I remember to trigger it before I come on or before I bounce off. Any word on the job, asks Ox. Had my second interview this morning, so fingers crossed. I forgot to say hello to Mr. Shadow Kitty. I'm so sorry. And no, like a raptor, I ain't forgot the Bible. You have any idea how fucking hard it would be to forget the Bible up in here? I got Bibles. I got Bibles. I got Bibles. I got Bibles. I got Bibles on tape. Forget the Bible in a pig's eye. You're funny. All right. Yes, if you are, how many Bibles did I own as a theist? Entirely too fucking many, but not as many as I do as an atheist. Make of that what you will. It's just coffee. Yes, it's Monday, 1st February. For any of you watching the apparently slightly manic Junk Shop live here the day of, we are back on our... Why do I have these fucking things on? I'm not quite reading yet. We're back on our regularly scheduled schedule this coming up week. We will be off tomorrow because tomorrow is Julie's day. Julie will be streaming Wine and Reason in, if memory serves, this time slot, 3 p.m. Eastern. No idea what she's going to be doing, but you know it's going to be good. So you know you need to meet us over there on the Wine and Reason channel. Wednesday and Friday, we will be having yet more improv Bible study. Probably still won't finish the fucking book of Jeremiah, but, you know, we'll finish it eventually. And on Thursday, we will have Mental Health Thursday, our mental health discussion and hangout. Haven't quite decided what we're going to be doing, but we've got a little bit of time. Yet to go to figure that out. And then on Saturday, we will have the Book of Mormon study at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We are working our way verse by verse through the Book of Mormon, as the title of the study suggests. We'll be launching into the book of 2nd Nephi. And as I was told on Twitter this morning, the Book of Mormon study has been given the seal of approval by no less a member of the community than the one and only Ms. Christy Abbey, and I could not be more delighted and thrilled and proud. Thank you, Ms. Abbey. Check Twitter DM. Linda wants me to. Linda's trying to make me multitask. If the universe goes to heck in a hand basket, it's because of Linda. Y'all all bear with me. Y'all bear with me. One damn second. Wait, button. Who's got the button? Ah, yes. You know what? That would be fun. Let's do that. Linda, we will combine forces for the mental health TMI show this coming up Thursday, and we'll see how that shakes down. I'll get in touch with you later about the details. The Mormon stream is on a bit too late. Micro-Raptor. Yeah, it's on a bit too late for a lot of folks, unfortunately. A lot of y'all I know were from significantly further in the future. Hopefully you sometimes have a chance to go back and engage with it after the fact. All right. Well, Junk Shop. I've been blathering on about Junk Shop and Junk Shop stuff for almost a solid 10 minutes now, so I think it's time to blather on about God. Y'all ready for God? Are y'all prepared for the word of the Lord? Where are we? All right, we did chapter 36. The king set the book on fire. Okay, So ready for 37. Laughing at holy books is more fun live. Yeah, well, that is true. That is true. All right. Chapter 37 of the book of Jeremiah. 37 out of 52. Sweet Jesus McGillicuddy. All right, here we go. And King Zedekiah, the son of Josiah, reigned instead of Coniah, the son of Jehoiakim, whom Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, made king in Jerusalem. But neither he nor his servants, no, we've done this. 37, we've done this. This is the one where Jeremiah ends up being put on a bread and water diet in the court of the prison because he asked to be not put back into the prison. Okay, so 38. Sorry, y'all. You know what I need to do is need to get me one of those little arrow bookmarks. I'll make sure and do that because this is ridiculous. 38. Even more funny names. Don't worry, you have not missed out on your quota of funny names for today. Chapter 38. Then Shephatiah, the son of Matan, and Gedaliah, the son of Pashur, and Jukal, the son of Shelemiah, and Pashur, the son of Malchiah, heard the words that Jeremiah had spoken unto all the people, saying, Thus saith the Lord, he that remaineth in this city shall die by the sword, by the famine, and by the pestilence. But he that goeth forth to the Chaldeans shall live, for he shall have his life for a prey, and shall live. Thus saith the Lord, this city shall surely be given into the hand of the king of Babylon's army, which shall take it. Therefore the princes said unto the king, We beseech thee, let this man be put to death, for thus he weakeneth the hands of the men of war that remain in this city, and the hands of all the people, in speaking such words unto them. For this man seeketh not the welfare of this people, but the hurt. And Zedekiah the king said, Behold, he is in your hand, for the king is not he that can do anything against you. Then they took Jeremiah, and cast him into the dungeon of Malchiah, the son of Hamelech, that was in the court of the prison. And they let down Jeremiah with cords. And in the dungeon there was no water, but mire. So Jeremiah sunk in the mire. Now, when Ebed-Melech the Ethiopian, one of the eunuchs who was in the king's house, heard that they had put Jeremiah in the dungeon, the king then sitting in the gate of Benjamin, Ebed-Melech went forth out of the king's house and spake to the king, saying, My lord the king, these men have done evil in all that they have done to Jeremiah the prophet, whom they have cast into the dungeon, and he is like to die for hunger in the place where he is, for there is no more bread in the city. And the king commanded Ebed-Melech the Ethiopian, saying, Take from thence 30 men of thee, and take up Jeremiah the prophet out of the dungeon before he die. So Ebed-Melech took the men with him, and went into the house of the king under the treasury, and took thence old cast clouts and old rotten rags, and let them down by cords into the dungeon of Jeremiah. And Ebed-Melech the Ethiopian said unto Jeremiah, Put now these old cast clouts and rotten rags under thine armholes, under the cords. And Jeremiah did so. So they drew up Jeremiah with cords, and took him out of the dungeon, and Jeremiah remained in the court of the prison. And Zedekiah the king sent, and took Jeremiah the prophet unto him into the third entry that is in the house of the Lord. And the king said unto Jeremiah, I will ask thee a thing. Hide nothing from me. Jeremiah said unto Zedekiah, If I declare it unto thee, wilt thou not surely put me to death? And if I give thee counsel, wilt thou not hearken unto me? So Zedekiah the king sware secretly unto Jeremiah, saying, As the Lord liveth, that made us this soul, I will not put thee to death, neither will I give thee into the hand of these men that seek thy life. Then said Jeremiah unto Zedekiah, Thus saith the Lord, the God of hosts, the God of Israel, If thou wilt assuredly go forth unto the king of Babylon's princes, then thy soul shall live, and this city shall not be burned with fire, and thou shalt live, and thine house. But if thou wilt not go forth to the king of Babylon's princes, then shall this city be given into the hand of the Chaldeans, and they shall burn it with fire, and thou shalt not escape out of their hand. And Zedekiah the king said unto Jeremiah, I am afraid of the Jews that are fallen to the Chaldeans, lest they deliver me into their hand, and they mock me. But Jeremiah said, They shall not deliver thee. Obey, I beseech thee, the voice of the Lord, which I speak unto thee, so it shall be well unto thee, and thy soul shall live. But if thou refuse to go forth, this is the word that the Lord hath shewed me. And behold, all the women that are left in the king of Judah's house shall be brought forth to the king of Babylon's princes. And these women shall say, Thy friends have set thee on, and have prevailed against thee. Thy feet are sunk in the mire, and they are turned away back. So they shall bring out all thy wives and thy children to the Chaldeans. And thou shalt not escape out of their hand, but shalt be taken by the hand of the king to Babylon, and thou shalt cause this city to be burned with fire. Then said Zedekiah unto Jeremiah, Let no man know of these words, and thou shalt not die. But if the princes hear that I have talked with thee, and they come unto thee, and say unto thee, Declare unto us now that what thou hast said unto the king, hide it not from us, and we will not put thee to death, also what the king said unto thee, then thou shalt say unto them, I presented my supplication before the king, that he would not cause me to return to Jonathan's house to die there. Then came all the princes unto Jeremiah and asked him, and he told them according to all these words that the king had commanded. So they left off speaking with him, for the matter was not perceived. So Jeremiah abode in the court of the prison until the day that Jerusalem was taken, and he was there when Jerusalem was taken. And there we have chapter 38. All right. Okie dokie. So, a busy little chapter, wasn't that? So Jeremiah is still doing his prophesying in prison. In the court of the prison, mind you, on his bread and water diet, but he won't shut up. And the princes and the warlords of Jerusalem and the generals come wandering by one day, and they hear him in there saying, Everyone who doesn't surrender is going to die. The only way to live is to surrender to the king of the Babylonians and the Chaldeans. Well, the mighty men of war go to the king and say, Look, you got to do something about this Jeremiah idiot. He's in the court of the prison ranting and raving and railing up and down, saying the only way to survive is going to be, according to the word of the Lord, to surrender. This is not good, King Zedekiah. This is not good. Because I tell you what's going to happen. All our folks, they're going to surrender. They're not going to pay attention to us. They're going to pay attention to crazy prophesying Jerry over here. And we're not going to have an army. We're going to have a constant bloody rout of cheese-eating surrender monkeys. And the king says, Okay, fine. Do whatever you want with him. Would you people just leave me alone? Very, very kingly. Very leadership-y kind of response, isn't it? So, they go to Jeremiah, and they take him back to Jonathan's house, where he was in prison the third to last time, or second to last time, and they put him in the cistern. They let him down on a rope. and put him in the cistern. And some random Ethiopian eunuch who we've never seen before meanders onto the stage of the story, overhears what's going on, goes to the king, says, "Hey, you remember me? I'm Ebed Melech, the Ethiopian eunuch. I work here." The king says, "Hey, yeah, I know you. You're one of the eunuchs. You work here." Ebed Melech, the eunuch, the Ethiopian, says, you know that prophet, that young Jerry, who's been prophesying all the doom and destruction of late? Well, you know how you told the boys they could do whatever they wanted to with him? King says, yeah, because they wouldn't fucking shut up about how he kept prophesying the destruction of the city. What the hell am I supposed to do? Somebody got to shut up before I go straight out my damn mind. It's got to be young Jerry or it's got to be all my generals. Who do you think I'm going to shut up? And Ebed Melech, the Ethiopian eunuch, says, well, here's the thing. They decided that the way to shut him up was to drop him into a cistern that's all flooded with muck and slime, and there's no water, and they're not feeding him. He's going to die down there, and that's not going to look good when your prophet dies of starvation in a septic tank. King says, oh my God, these fucking people. Go get him out of there. Put him back in the court of the prison. Let him prophesy. Just let him fucking prophesy. Who fucking cares? Just don't let my prophet die in a septic tank. That would not look good in the annals of history. Jesus Christ. Do whatever you want with him, I had to say. He is in your hands, I had to say. Didn't think I was going to have to specify, don't put him in the septic tank. Jesus. So Ebed Melech, the Ethiopian eunuch, gathers the 30 men he's been allotted for this task, apparently anticipating a little resistance on the part of the generals. They go into the storehouse. They go down to the Salvation Army and they gather a bunch of worn out cardigans and jumpers with holes under the arms and some couple of old seersucker suits. And they throw them down into the cistern where Jeremiah is. Jeremiah says, ain't I got big enough problems? I'm here having to tread water and all this slimy shit. Now you're throwing rotten clothes at me. And Ebed Melech, the Ethiopian eunuch, says, we're here to help you. Shut up and wrap that shit around your body under your armpit so you don't get armpit rope burn. Jeremiah says, oh, well, I do thank you kindly. So he makes himself a little cushion around his body under his armpits. They throw down a rope. He ties the rope around him over the clothing under the armpits. They haul him up out of there. They take him back to the court of the prison. They drop him off at the court of the prison. Ebed Melech goes on his way, and who knows if we'll ever see old Ebed Melech again, but he was kind of fun. Well, in the dark of the night, the king sends for Jeremiah. In secret. Says, hey, Jerry. I need you to tell me the absolute, unvarnished, God's only truth. Jeremiah says, you haven't exactly been fucking receptive to to God's, the honest, God's only, God's truth. You done put me in the court of the prison. You done put me in the house of Jonathan that they're making use for a prison because the prison is full. You done had me put down a septic tank. You done had me put back in the court of the prison. Now you got me out here in the middle of the night where nobody can hear me. And now you want to hear the truth? Go fuck yourself. What's to prevent you from killing me once you decide you don't like the truth? This time either. Zedekiah says, well, okay, you've got a point. How about this? How about this? How about I promise not to kill you if you tell me the truth? Jeremiah says, okay, well, kingly word, good enough for me. I mean, that's not like I'm going to be able to wring anything else out of you. He says, what do you want to know? Zedekiah says, I want to know what's going to happen. What do you think I want to know? How to cook eggs Florentine? You're a goddamn prophet of the Lord. What do you think I'm here for? Tell me what's going to happen, motherfucker. Jeremiah says, okay, well, here it is. God done changed his fucking mind again. He has decided, this interesting and mercurial deity on whose behalf I speak, he has decided that he's going to let you live if you surrender to Nebuchadnezzar or Nebuchadnezzar or whoever it is that happens to be king of the Babylonians who's besieging the city right now, because we can't seem to make up our fucking mind from chapter to chapter whether it's Nebuchadnezzar or Nebuchadrezzar. And in addition, if you surrender and agree to go off all captive to Babylon, not only will your life be spared, but they won't burn the city with fire. On the other hand, if you insist on being a big, tough guy and continue to resist the siege, you're going to get taken off to Babylon anyway, and your family going to get wiped out, and they're going to burn your city with fire. Oh, okay, says Zedekiah. Well, that seems like doesn't seem like I'm not exactly spoilt for choice. I think I'll probably do as the Lord thy God commanded thee. All right, now back off to the court of the prison with you. But here's the thing. The generals don't like this prophecy. Generals don't like this let's everybody surrender thing. They're more in favor of the let's fight it out to the death thing. Because, you know, soldiers. So if the princes and the generals come to you and ask you what we talked about here, just say that you came to be to get permission to not be put back in the septic tank because come to find out you didn't like it there. Jeremiah says, okay, I think that's a subterfuge we can get away with. Sticks close enough to the truth because I'm not looking to get septic tanked again. Well, lo and behold, no sooner does young Jerry get back to the court of the prison than the princes and the generals come to him and says, what did y'all talk about, you and King Zedekiah, in the dead of the night when you didn't think anybody was paying attention to who was coming and who was going out of the palace? Jeremiah says, well, here's what happened. I asked him, please, not to put me back in the septic tank, and he agreed, and so here I am not in the septic tank. And that's the end of the chapter. Hey, Paul, good to see you. Not so much a rage moment as just a weird, long, rambly story. Something finally happened in the book of the prophet Jeremiah. Be still my beating heart, whoever would have thought. Cheers. Y'all ready for the next chapter? Apparently Jerusalem gonna fall. If the cliffhanger at the end of 38 is anything to go by. 39. Sweet Moses McGillicuddy. Y'all bear with me 1 second. I've got like 300 notifications all on my phone at the same time. Hopefully the Republic still stands. Okay, no, it's just notifications. All right. Put you upside down so y'all blinking out of the corner of my eye don't drive me fucking nuts. Okay, 39. In the 9th year of Zedekiah, king of Judah, in the 10th month, came Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, and all his army against Jerusalem, and they besieged it. And in the 11th year of Zedekiah, in the 4th month, in the 9th day of the month, the city was broken up. And all the princes of the king of Babylon came in and sat in the middle gate, even Nergal-Sharezer, Samgar-Nebo, Sarsechim, Rabsaris, Nergal-Sharezer, Rab-Mag, with all the residue of the princes of the king of Babylon. And it came to pass that when Zedekiah the king of Judah saw them and all the men of war, then they fled and went forth out of the city by night, by the way of the king's garden, by the gate betwixt the two walls, and he went out the way of the plain. But the Chaldeans' army pursued after them, and they overtook Zedekiah in the plains of Jericho. And when they had taken him, they brought him up to Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babylon, to Riblah in the land of Hamath, where he gave judgment upon him. Then the king of Babylon slew the sons of Zedekiah in Riblah before his eyes. Also the king of Babylon slew all the nobles of Judah. Moreover, he put out Zedekiah's eyes and bound him with chains to carry him to Babylon. And the Chaldeans burned the king's house and the houses of the people with fire, and brake down the walls of Jerusalem. Then Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, carried away captive into Babylon the remnant of the people that remained in the city, and those that fell away, that fell to him, with the rest of the people that remained. But Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, left of the poor of the people, which had nothing, in the land of Judah, and gave them vineyards and fields at the same time. Now Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, gave charge concerning Jeremiah to Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, saying, Take him, and look well to him, and do him no harm, but do unto him even as he shall say unto thee. So Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, sent, and Nebuchadnezzar, Rabsaris, and Nergal-Sharezer, Rabmag, and all the king of Babylon's princes, even they sent. And they took Jeremiah out of the court of the prison, and committed him unto Gedaliah, the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, that he should carry him home. So he dwelt among the people. Now the word of the Lord came to Jeremiah while he was shut up in the court of the prison, saying, Go and speak to Ebed-Melech, the Ethiopian, saying, Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the God of Israel, Behold, I will bring my words upon this city for evil and not for good, and they shall be accomplished in that day before thee. But I will deliver thee in that day, saith the Lord, and thou shalt not be given into the hand of the men of whom thou art afraid. For I will surely deliver thee, and thou shalt not fall by the sword, for thy life shall be a prey unto thee, because thou hast put thy trust in me, saith the Lord. 39. Oh, Dolly. Zedekiah ain't learned too good. All right. So in the previous chapter, Zedekiah, he came to Jeremiah, rather summoned Jeremiah to him, said, all right, what's the plan? Jeremiah said, surrender, you big dummy. You see the size of that fucking army? They're going to rip this city right down to the ground, and they're going to drag your ass off to Babylon. And you don't necessarily want to be taken off to Babylon as an object lesson. Surrender, goddammit. It'll be better for you. It'll be better for the people. It'll be better for the city. Zedekiah says, I shall do as the Lord commanded thee to command to me. Go off back to the court of the prison with you. Seems easy enough, right? Easy enough instructions. One king goes to another, says, you have come against me with superior force. For the sake of my people, I do hereby surrender. Put not the city to the sword. The Babylonians had a history of honoring deals like that. Yes, they would probably take the majority of your people and all of your nobles and transplant them to some place way the fuck far away where you wouldn't be able to, where you didn't have, ancestral roots among the people all around you and wouldn't be able to foment much in the way of rebellion, but they didn't really tend to just chop, chop, chop real bad. If you surrendered decorously. Zedekiah makes up his mind he's going to surrender decorously, according to the word of the Lord, the God of his fathers, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, has spoken to him by the prophet Jeremiah. Seems pretty straightforward. But one night comes a knocking at the door. Nebuchadnezzar has broken through. And Zedekiah, king of Israel, who sits on the throne of David, representative to all the lands thereabout, of Yahweh Jehovah, the Lord of hosts, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, turns tail and flees into the night like a startled bunny. But the Chaldeans catch him and drag him away. Him and his whole fucking family, thank you very much, to the city where Nebuchadrezzar, king of Babylon, has set up camp right here in the instant. Nebuchadrezzar says, run away from me, will you? Try to outrun my Chaldeans, will you? An object lesson shall you be. Bring me Zedekiah's sons. Here, Zedekiah, watch this. And he kills them all. And then he puts out Zedekiah's eyes and claps him in irons and drags him off to Babylon anyway. And then he has his generals knock down the city and round up anybody who's got any property and is worth anything and hops them off to Babylon too. But the man he's put in charge of knocking down the city and rounding up the valuable people looks around, sees a whole bunch of not much money having, no property owning folks, and says, well, good God, on a bicycle. We've got all these fucking vineyards and fields and shit, and a whole bunch of people with nothing to do and nothing to own and no place to go. Certainly don't want to be feeding them in the trek across the burning-ass desert TM all the way back to fucking Babylon. And we're taking away all the vineyard owners. So here, hey, Tom, Dick, and Harry running around in the streets, scared shitless, wearing rags, why don't you move into the mansions over here and take care of the vineyards for us? Don't worry, we'll be back for our tithe. Tom, Dick, and Harry know a good thing when they see him, and they've commenced to learning how to garden. In the meantime, in the court of the prison, the word of the Lord has come to Jeremiah again. It says, hey, that Ethiopian, you know, the one who saved your life by noticing that you'd been put in the septic tank. God has decided that because he has shown respect for Yahweh by saving the life of Yahweh's prophet, his ass gonna be spared. And so it came to pass. Busy little chapter. Hey, we got the African humanist up in the house, a new friend of the community. Welcome. So good to see you, as always. All right, y'all want to do one more chapter? We just crossing the 40-minute mark. I think we got time for one more. Thank you so much for that in the chat, Julie. I'm going to be having that fucking Bunnies song stuck in my head for the rest of the week. Bah, humbug. Chapter 40. The word that came to Jeremiah from the Lord, after that Nebuzaradan, the captain of the guard, had let him go from Ramah, when he had taken him being bound in chains among all that were carried away captive of Jerusalem and Judah, which were carried away captive into Babylon. And the captain of the guard took Jeremiah and said unto him, The Lord thy God hath pronounced evil upon this place. Now the Lord hath brought it, and done according as he hath said, because ye have sinned against the Lord, and have not obeyed his voice, therefore this thing is come upon you. And now, behold, I loose thee this day from the chains which were upon thine hand. If it seem good unto thee to come with me unto Babylon, come, and I will look well unto thee. But if it seem ill unto thee to come with me into Babylon, forbear. Behold, all the land is before thee, whither it seemeth good and convenient for thee to go, thither go. Now, while he was not yet gone back, he said, Go back also to Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, whom the king of Babylon hath made governor over the cities of Judah, and dwell with him among the people. Or go whithersoever it seemeth convenient unto thee to go. So a captain of the guard gave him victuals and a reward, and let him go. Then went Jeremiah unto Gedaliah the son of Ahikam to Mizpah, and dwelt with him among the people that were left in the land. Now when all the captains of the forces which were in the fields, even they and their men, heard that the king of Babylon had made Gedaliah the son of Ahikam governor in the land, and had committed unto him men and women and children and the poor of the land, of them that were not carried away captive to Babylon, then they came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, even Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and Johanan and Jonathan the sons of Kareah, and Sariah the son of Tanhumeth, and the sons of Ephai the Netophathite, and Jezaniah the son of Amaacathite, they and their men. And Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, sware unto them and to their men, saying, Fear not to serve the Chaldeans. Dwell in the land, and serve the king of Babylon, and it shall be well with you. As for me, behold, I will dwell at Mizpah to serve the Chaldeans, which will come unto us. But ye, gather ye wine, and summer fruits, and oil, and put them in vessels, and dwell in your cities that ye have taken. Likewise, when all the Jews that were in Moab, and among the Ammonites, and in Edom, and that were in all the countries, heard that the king of Babylon had left a remnant in Judah, and that he had set over them Gedaliah the son of Ahikam, the son of Shaphan, even all the Jews returned out of all places whither they were driven, and came to the land of Judah, to Gedaliah unto Mizpah, and gathered wine and summer fruits, very much. Moreover, Johanan the son of Kareah, and all the captains of the forces that were in the fields, came to Gedaliah to Mizpah, and said unto him, Dost thou certainly know that Baalis, the king of the Ammonites, hath sent Ishmael the son of Nethaniah to slay thee? But Gedaliah the son of Ahikam believed them not. Then Johanan the son of Kareah spake to Gedaliah in Mizpah secretly, saying, Let me go, I pray thee, and I will slay Ishmael the son of Nethaniah, and no man shall know it. Wherefore should he slay thee, that all the Jews which are gathered unto thee should be scattered, and the remnant in Judah perish? But Gedaliah the son of Ahikam said unto Johanan the son of Kareah, Thou shalt not do this thing, for thou speakest falsely of Ishmael. And there, with chapter 40. All right. So Jerusalem done been sacked. Completely sacked. And the wealth of the surrounding area has been distributed among the poor and the needy, the widow, the orphan, and the fatherless, in order that the land not just go absolutely to shit and Babylon still have a nice little territory to raise tribute from. The rest of them, the rich fuckers, had been gathered off and taken off to Babylon. Well, poor Jeremiah, having been in the court of the prison, he got kind of swept up in the sweeping up of Jerusalem and has ended up in Babylon. And when they find out that the prophet of the god of the area they just sacked and took over has been transported off to Babylon, the Babylonians and the Chaldeans say, we don't need a fucking Yahweh prophet. What are we going to do with a Yahweh prophet? Hey, buddy, what's your name? Jeremiah. Wow, they got weird names down in the South. Okay, Jeremiah, here's some food and a little bit of money. You want to keep on going? You want to come live in Babylon? I mean, we don't really have much use for a Yahweh prophet up there. We don't really do the Yahweh thing. You want to go back to the Yahweh city, Zion, in Jerusalem? Tell you what, here's some supplies. You can just go. Hell, take your Ethiopian eunuch if you want. We don't give a shit. We got eunuchs galore. One more ain't going to make no difference to us. Jeremiah says, okay, cool. Well, thank you very much. And off he goes. Back to the house of the new provincial governor that Nebuchadrezzar has installed over the Jerusalem territories. Well, word comes that there's going to be an assassination attempt. And at about the same time, everybody Jewish from miles around finds out that Zedekiah is gone and there's been a new regime installed, and that, yeah, they got to pay taxes to Babylon, but they're essentially going to be left alone. So they all come back to the Jerusalem provinces. One of them, unfortunately, is Ishmael, son of, y'all bear with me, Ishmael, son of Nethaniah, who's all resentful and shit, presumably because he hasn't been chosen to take over the Jerusalem territory's governing duties. And word starts to get around that he's mounting himself an assassination campaign. And word of it gets back to the provincial governor, the new provincial governor set up under the authority of Nebuchadrezzar, the king of Babylon. Word gets back to him that Ishmael, son of Bob, is planning an assassination attempt, and he don't believe him. And that's the end of the chapter. And that's going to be the end of the episode for today, because we only got 10 minutes left till the top of the hour, and I think we're going to leave on a little bit of a cliffhanger. Will he or will he won't do the assassination? It's been a while since we've had a cliffhanger that good. Will there be or will there not be an assassination of the governor of the Jerusalem territories installed by Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon, after Jerusalem got all knocked down and reparceled out to the poor? Whew. This has been a fun little session, I will not lie. All right. Well, thank y'all all so much for coming to see me today. Thank y'all for hanging around. I see y'all been having all manner of fun in the chat, those of you watching us here in real time. It's a fantastic group of folks in the chat. If you're one of the new subscribers to the channel, welcome. I see you. I mean, I can't see you because a lot of y'all have your public subscriptions turned off, and I completely respect that. But you are most welcome, and if you're ever comfortable coming into the chat and hanging out with the good folks over here, you will be most welcome. I did my schedule announcements at the start. We're off tomorrow. Make sure you check out Julie's Wine and Reason session tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern over on the Wine and Reason channel. Amiga Nuts has been dropping that link and everybody's links in the chat along the way. We'll be back on Wednesday to find out what happens with Jeremiah. Hang on to that cliff until then. Hey, never again. And until we see y'all again, whenever that may be, as we always say before we roll out of here, everybody take care. Everybody be safe. And stand against hate. And if y'all will do me a personal favor, if you hadn't yet watched a video I put up a couple of days ago called Junk Shop versus Grayson Fritz. It's only about 10 or 12 minutes long. It's a call to action against a hate preacher. I'm trying to raise awareness of his horrible, horrible, homophobic, transphobic little hate channel. And I'm trying to encourage as many people as can to go to the link in the description of that video and report it for hate speech so we can get that odious little garbage lemur removed from YouTube. If you'd do that for me, I'd appreciate it no end, and it would make YouTube a much more pleasant and safe place for those of us in the queer community. It's that standing against hate that I loved. We will see y'all again soon. Stay safe out there. Wear your damn mask. It got real southern, didn't it?